What does it actually mean to talk to a woman and have real influence over her mind? Not like a guy chasing her attention, but like a man who knows exactly what he's doing and why. Most men fail because they talk from a place of need. They want validation, attention, and to be liked, and that need instantly puts them below her. Then they wonder why no one takes them seriously. That stops today. You're going to drop the habit of chasing and start speaking from confidence, not desperation. Because when a man knows how to speak with control, it's powerful, and only those who do become the men she can't stop thinking about. It's never about looks, money, or education. The real difference is simple. Some men understand how attraction works, and others don't. In the next few minutes, I'll show you a method that makes her feel drawn to you without you asking for anything, makes her feel your presence without a single touch, and turns you into the kind of man she naturally pays attention to. If you go blank when talking to women, if she always seems uninterested, or if you keep getting stuck in the friend zone, it's all about to change. But before that, like this video, because I'm about to share what most men will never dare to use, stay till the end, and you'll learn a simple technique that pulls her into your frame, and she won't even realize it's happening. So why do some men naturally attract attention while others get ignored? It's not because of looks, luck, or wealth. It's because of energy. The man who leads a conversation is the one who doesn't need approval. When you talk to a woman, you're not just exchanging words. You're exchanging power. In the first few seconds, she's not hearing what you say. She's reading who you are. If you're nervous, she senses it. If you're unsure, she feels it. If you're trying to impress, she knows it. And once she picks up that you're chasing her attention, you've already lost it. A man with real confidence never begs to be liked. He doesn't perform, doesn't try too hard, and doesn't wait for her reaction. He speaks calmly and with certainty, like a man who knows his worth. And that's what draws her in. Most men ruin attraction before it even starts. Not because they're bad, but because they talk from weakness. Their tone and words all say the same thing. Please like me. Please see my value. That energy kills desire. Every time you speak that way, you hand away your power. You ask for permission to matter. And here's the truth. If you have to prove your worth to her, you've already lost it. And once she senses that, attraction dies instantly. Desire doesn't grow in comfort. Women don't fall for men they can completely figure out or control. They might like a nice guy, appreciate his kindness, even thank him for his attention. But the kind of desire that keeps her thinking about you doesn't come from comfort or safety. It comes from curiosity, tension, and unpredictability. A woman's ego is always asking one question: can I control this man emotionally? If the answer is yes, attraction dies instantly. Most men destroy desire before it even begins. They overpraise her, agree with everything she says, and avoid tension just to stay liked. They laugh nervously, hoping for approval, and she feels it right away. He needs me more than I need him. The second she senses that control, her interest fades, not because she's cruel, but because her instincts shut down attraction when there's no challenge. A woman can't crave a man she completely understands or one she already owns. Desire comes alive when she meets a man who's different. A man who doesn't filter his words to please her, who acts on his own logic instead of reacting to hers, who isn't blinded by her beauty. He doesn't need to be rude or arrogant. He simply stands in his own power. Her approval is optional, not necessary. And that kind of man stands out because he breaks the pattern. While others flatter, chase, and perform, he moves with calm confidence. That unsettles her ego, and that confusion turns into desire. People are drawn to what breaks patterns, and women are no exception. The man who doesn't rush to fill silence, who stays calm through her tests, who's present but never needy. He lingers in her mind. He's unpredictable. He becomes the question she can't answer. And in that mystery, attraction grows. Most men don't realize how they trap themselves. They act like emotional servants instead of men with boundaries. Every message and every action silently says, "Please like me. Please choose me." But when you talk like that, you sound like a child seeking approval. And a woman doesn't desire a child. She sees a friend, a brother, or someone to talk to, never someone to chase. Desire doesn't live where comfort lives. If she can predict you, control you, or use you for emotional support, she never crave you. Many men fall into this pattern without realizing. They listen endlessly, try to fix her problems, and chase validation through kindness. Then they wonder, why doesn't she see me as more than a friend? The truth is simple. She doesn't desire what she already owns. If you give yourself away emotionally, she appreciates your comfort, but not your presence. To truly stand out, stop living for her approval. Power begins when her beauty doesn't shake you, her coldness doesn't upset you, and her attention isn't your reward. When you can look at her and think, "I've seen beauty before. Show me something deeper," you project quiet confidence. When her silence doesn't make you panic, you show emotional control. When her attention doesn't define your worth, you become the prize. That's what it means to lead yourself. The moment you stop acting like her emotional caretaker, something shifts in her. She starts wondering why she can't fully capture your attention. She begins testing you, chasing your presence, and working to earn what used to be freely given. That's the turning point. The moment she invests more than you do, you stop being her safe space and become her obsession. You become the thought that lingers after every conversation because deep down, she knows, "I can't control this man. I want to understand him." And that's where true desire begins. Speak to her ego, not her ears. Here's a truth most men never grasp. When you talk to a woman, you're not really speaking to her. You're speaking to her ego. Her ego is always scanning, reading every gesture, tone, and micro-expression, searching for one thing: weakness. Weakness isn't just nervousness or hesitation. It's the energy you bring. It's the silent thoughts like, "I hope she likes me," or "what if I'm not enough?" It's over-explaining, fidgeting, or trying too hard to sound confident. She feels it instantly, even if you hide it behind a smile. And in her mind, she quietly decides, "Another one I can control." She doesn't reject you directly. She just loses interest. You become forgettable, like most men she meets. Now picture the opposite. You walk in calm and centered. You speak simply, not to impress but to express. You project quiet confidence, not arrogance, and it works. Not because of looks, money, or charm, but because energy speaks louder than appearance. When your presence says, "I'm enough," I don't need validation. She feels something deeper. She feels tension. She feels curiosity. She feels drawn to you without knowing why. Women aren't attracted to what they fully understand. They're drawn to what they can't quite define or control. When you stay composed during her tests, when silence doesn't make you uneasy, when you don't react to every shift in her tone, she can't label you. You're not the nice guy, not the player. You're something in between. And that uncertainty drives her crazy. Her ego starts whispering, "Why can't I figure him out? Why doesn't he react like the others? Why do I want his attention?" That confusion is what creates desire. When you communicate with her ego instead of her ears, everything flips. Suddenly she's the one trying to impress you. She invests energy trying to read you. She starts thinking about you when you're not around because her ego hates unfinished puzzles. Your words don't matter as much as your energy, your calm, your rhythm. The man who doesn't chase approval, who moves with his own pace, becomes magnetic. Rare men are irresistible. You'll notice the shift. You talk less, she talks more. You explain less, she invests more. You walk away, but she keeps thinking about you. Because when you speak to her ego, you stop seeking attention. You become the attention. Most men think talking to women is about saying the right words, telling the right stories, or showering them with compliments. But real desire isn't built on words. It's built on emotion. It's about what she feels without you spelling it out. The most powerful communication is indirect. It forces her to interpret, to wonder, to imagine. And what she imagines, she desires. Once her mind starts guessing, her emotions follow. Predictable words kill attraction. "You're pretty. I like you." She's heard them 1,000 times. There's no mystery, no spark. Most men talk too much because they're scared to lose her attention. But desire doesn't live in certainty. It lives in tension and imagination. When your energy is calm and mysterious, when you don't rush to fill silence or explain yourself, you awaken her curiosity. She starts wondering, why isn't he trying to impress me? What's going on in his mind? Could he walk away at any moment? That uncertainty pulls her in. The rule is simple: tension over comfort. Give her questions, not answers. Space, not constant validation. Men are drawn to what they see, but women are drawn to what they imagine. If you give her every answer, her imagination goes quiet. But when you leave room for mystery, a glance, a pause, an unfinished thought, her mind starts to fill in the blanks. And once she's imagining you, she's emotionally hooked. When she's thinking about you when you're not there, you've already won. You've gone from being just another man to being a presence in her mind. That's the real language of desire. It's not about words, it's about tone, timing, silence, and energy. Because the man who understands this doesn't fight for attention. His very presence is the attention. Think about it when you talk too fast. Fill every silence and rush to explain yourself. You send one clear signal. You're nervous and uncertain. But when you slow down, speak with confidence, and let pauses hang between your words, you create tension. And that tension is what sparks attraction. Start with calm energy. Walk into the moment without needing anything from her. Let her feel that her reaction doesn't define your mood. Speak slowly and deliberately as if every word matters. When you do, she listens differently. She leans in, curious. Hold her gaze, not with desperation, but quiet focus. Look at her like you're reading her, not like you're seeking approval. Then when the moment feels still, when there's silence and she's tuned in, drop a line that grips her attention. There's something about you that pulls me in and unsettles me at the same time. I can't tell if that's good or dangerous. Then stop talking. Here's where most men lose their power. They laugh nervously, explain themselves, or try to fill the silence. Don't stay silent. Let the tension breathe. That pause is where her mind starts working for you. Her curiosity and ego both light up. Inside she starts asking, what does he mean by that? What does he see in me? Why can't I stop thinking about this? In that single moment, you've created something rare. Attraction mixed with mystery. Approval blended with uncertainty. And that contradiction is what traps her attention. Her thoughts keep circling back because the story feels unfinished. And that's how obsession begins. Not through constant texts or compliments, but through silence and emotional control. Most men think attraction grows when they talk or chase, but real desire deepens in absence. The man who understands this knows when to step back, and he does it intentionally. Step 1. Leave the conversation open. After saying something that stirs emotion like, "There's something about you that draws me in and makes me uneasy," don't explain it. Don't follow up. Don't text to clarify. Let her mind search for the missing piece. Step 2. Use your absence with purpose. Going quiet isn't ghosting. It's creating pull. When you step away after leaving an impression, she starts replaying your tone, your words, your calmness. And every time she replays it, the memory strengthens. Her curiosity grows. Step 3. Let her imagination do the work. While you're gone, she begins filling in the blanks. Why did he say that? What did he mean? Was he testing me? The more she imagines, the more she feels. Because what she imagines becomes emotionally real, and you become the center of it. Step 4. Return with quiet mystery. Don't come back with explanations or apologies. Reappear calm, composed, and slightly unpredictable. Say something like, "Heard something that reminded me of you," or "Had the weirdest dream. Not sure if I should tell you." Keep it short, open-ended, and intriguing. This works because you're not chasing attention. You're creating it. You gave her a moment that made her think. Then let silence and time amplify it. When you return, you feel effortless, confident, and in control. Because even when you were gone, you never really left her mind. You don't need to beg, perform, or flood her with attention. Real power doesn't come from noise. It comes from stillness. True attraction exists in the pauses between your words. This is the art of speaking like a strategist, not a desperate man. It's the mastery of intrigue over explanation, presence over chatter, tension over comfort. You don't need to tell her everything. You let her wonder. Your energy speaks louder than your sentences ever could. Comfort fades, but tension stays. It's what keeps you in her thoughts long after you're gone. She won't remember every word you said, but she remember how you made her feel. If she felt curiosity, she think about you. If she felt tension, she replay the moment. If she felt that spark of danger or desire, you now live rent-free in her mind. When you speak with this kind of presence, you're not just talking to her, you're leaving echoes in her subconscious that grow louder in your absence. Master this, and she won't just remember your words. She feel your presence even in your silence. That is what true power looks like. If something in you shifted while reading this, type unstoppable in the comments. Not for me, but for yourself. It's a declaration that you're done seeking approval and ready to communicate with calm, confidence, and control. And if you're ready to go deeper, subscribe and turn on notifications, because what's coming next will teach you how to be unforgettable without saying a single word.